All right. Well, while we're kind of letting people join in, I guess a quick overview of as far as Q&A goes. So this event was too large to use a regular Teams meeting, which is limited to 250 people. I think we had somewhere around 1,100 people registered. So as far as questions go, since you won't be able to come off of mute because of the size, what you can do, you can just click the Q&A option within the live event. So any questions will have to come over chat. So throughout the sessions that we have, whether through demo or PowerPoint, if you guys have questions for that, just be sure to use that Q&A section. We're definitely here to answer that as we're going. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. So my name is Justin Chalfant. I run the Virtual System Management User Group. It started, just a little background here. First started actually 4 months ago was our first session. Pretty awesome event. So we had David James, Michael Niehaus, and a few other people from Microsoft at that event. So that was a pretty awesome first event. We had somewhere around like 1,500 or so, I think, registered for that one. So basically what we're trying to do is just start a user group that's really more virtual, just so anybody can attend these type of sessions. So just a little background, like this will be our second session ever. And with that said, just some details here. As far as the group goes, just some info. VSMUG.com, that's our website. So if you want to monitor just to stay up to date with any new events that we have, you can click subscribe. And that would simply send you an email. Like I said, we're probably shooting for every 3 to 4 months based on the survey that we got from our last event. Now, another option, we are looking for people that may be interested in presenting at future events. So if you did want to submit a session, you can just come to the website, click submit a session, and then just mention any topics you have within that message. And we're definitely looking to expand who presents and just getting more people within the community involved. As far as the session playback, we do have a group YouTube channel for it. So if you go to vsmug.com/YouTube, that will redirect you to the playlist that is specific for the user group. So for example, you can see the sessions from a couple months ago, as well as just any session that we have, the playback's available here. And then as far as content goes, that's a common question. If you go to vsmug.com/GitHub, any of the PowerPoints and or sample scripts will be available on this GitHub page, right? So for example, if we go to the event for this month, you can see some example PowerShell scripts that Andrew will be using in our driver session, as well as some of the slides that will contain content for both sessions as well. vsmug.com/feedback. So just get that kind of loaded up in a browser. This will be a post survey, and I'll kind of remind you at the end as well. And this is just going to be some feedback that we're looking for, just like basically what you want to see in the future, what topics, things like that. And actually, some of the sessions that we have today are based on feedback that we got in that first event. So, for example, when we asked what topic people would want to see next, code management was #1. So that's where we reached out to Ben and Paul, and they'll be presenting on that. So definitely listen to your feedback. So please make sure to get that submitted. And then lastly, so the first event was pretty long. It seemed like the consensus was 2 hours for what the event should be. And that's what we're going to be going with this month. So with that said, we are good to go for our first session, which will be Ben and Paul talking about co-management and tenant attach. So if you guys want to start sharing, like whether it's a desktop or a PowerPoint, I can go ahead and send that live.